Welcome back to Esthetics Magazine. Find more skincare resources at aestheticsmagazine.com. In today's episode, we will be discussing anatomy and the muscular system. The muscular system is an extensive interlinking system of skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscles, many of which, especially skeletal muscles, work together to allow complex and intricate movements such as catching a ball or writing. The primary function of the muscular system is movement. This is both gross movement as described above and also movement within the body, which is called peristalsis. Peristalsis is the movement of the alimentary canal, such as the stomach and intestines, which helps to turn the food we eat into nutrients that the body can use to generate energy. Without the action of the muscles within the walls of these organs, food would not be properly digested and the nutrients could not be delivered to where they are needed in the body. Interestingly, the muscular system also acts as a source of body heat, which is of course vital to maintaining a steady body temperature. When muscles are used, such as during movement or exercise, heat is generated as a byproduct, which then raises the body's temperature. A fantastic example of this is shivering. When a person becomes cold and the body temperature begins to drop, muscles quickly start to contract and expand in rapid movements. This generates the heat needed to increase the body temperature and prevent hypothermia. The muscular system is connected to the skeletal system, as it is the skeletal muscles that allow the bones of the skeleton to move. Furthermore, the body has a huge network of nerves. The nervous system works in conjunction with the muscular system to allow the brain to send signals that cause the muscles to contract and expand. These signals and responses are the product of complex interactions between the brain, spinal cord, individual nerves, and the specific muscles involved in any movement. It is these combined systems that allow everything from walking to reading through the movement of the ocular muscles in the eyes. The dynamic movements and actions that are enabled by the muscular system contribute significantly to defining and shaping the human body, not only in a physical sense but also in terms of the capabilities and functions of the delicate interactions between the different systems. Disorders of the muscular system can arise through genetic inheritance, as a result of damage from a traumatic incident, or through simple wear and tear over time. There are a large number of muscular disorders and conditions that affect the body in various different ways. Some may cause mild discomfort, some may be life-changing, and some may be fatal. Every muscular disorder displays its own range of symptoms and characteristics, but there are some common signs that may indicate a problem with the muscular system. Types of muscles. The cardiac muscle is a specialized type of muscle only found in the heart. It is also an involuntary muscle, but it is striated like skeletal muscle with bands visible under a microscope. However, cardiac muscle cells are shorter than skeletal muscle and usually only have one nucleus. All the cells in the heart are joined end to end, so that they can work together to contract and pump blood around the body. Cardiac muscle has its own blood supply, and its nutritional requirements are very high, meaning that the heart is especially vulnerable to a disrupted blood supply due to a heart attack. Unlike other striated muscles, though, cardiac muscle can keep working without getting tired. This is essential because the heart beats continuously, day and night, pumping blood around the body. Every second of every day of your life, the heart is constantly working. Despite this, and the fact that the heart is one of the hardest working muscles in the body, it never gets tired. This is why cardiac muscle does not contain cellular structures called contractile vacuoles, which are found in smooth muscles and are there to push blood along or help to maintain the right level of tension in the walls of the internal organs. Also, the regular rhythmicity of the contractions is very important in maintaining a normal circulation. Any interference in the heart's activity will lead to serious disease, and so maintaining a healthy cardiovascular system is essential for life. Smooth muscles, also known as involuntary or non-striated muscles, are muscles we cannot consciously control. These muscles are found in the internal organs and systems, such as the digestive system, respiratory system, and circulatory system. There are no visible bands in the cells of smooth muscles, and each cell contains a single nucleus. The smooth muscles are responsible for the rhythmic contractions that occur in the tube-shaped organs and give the organs their functional ability. For example, smooth muscles in the digestive system contract rhythmically to propel food through the digestive tract. These muscles also help to maintain the right level of tension in the walls of the internal organs. Striated muscles are voluntary muscles. This means you have control over their movement. These muscles are also called skeletal muscles. The term striated refers to the light and dark banding pattern on the muscle cells. These bands, visible in muscle cells under a microscope, are made up of the proteins actin and myosin, which are responsible for muscle contraction. The alternating light and dark bands give striated muscles a striped or striated appearance. These muscles are attached to the bones by tough cord-like tissues called tendons. When these muscles contract, they pull on the tendons, moving the bones and therefore your body. Striated muscles make up the majority of the muscular system and are directly responsible for such activities as walking, maintaining posture, and lifting weights. Muscle functions. The muscles of the body have 4 main functions: movement, heat production, posture, and protection of bones and internal organs. Movement refers to the ability of the body to move, either in its entirety or individual parts. This movement is not limited to moving the whole body. For example, blood flows throughout the body as a result of the movement of the heart, and food and wastes are propelled along the digestive tract because of the movements of smooth muscles present in the walls of the organs of the digestive system. The gentle contraction of the orbicularis oculi muscles in the face helps to protect the delicate and sensitive nerve endings of the eye, while a larger and faster contraction of the same muscle gives the lids sufficient speed with which to protect the eye from objects that may cause damage. This is known as the protective function of the muscles. Muscles also work to maintain body temperature through the production of heat. Heat is created as a byproduct of the exergonic process of muscle contraction, which helps to raise the body's temperature when necessary. In addition to creating movement, muscles also help to maintain posture, both at rest and while moving. It is the constant low-level contractions of muscles that enable the body to remain in the natural and correct positions necessary, as well as still being able to react to change. When movement occurs, the muscles, no matter what type, work together with the bones and joints of the skeletal system in order to move the body. The bones of the skeletal system are moved by muscles through the use of tendons, which are made of connective tissue. When a muscle contracts, the tendon is pulled, and this, in turn, can move the bone and cause movement of the body. An individual muscle works according to the all-or-nothing principle. This is where an impulse from a motor neuron must be of a certain strength in order to cause a response. If it does, then the impulse will move however many muscle fibers are in the muscle in order for a successful contraction to occur. Therefore, the number of fibers contracting is directly related to the amount of force that will be applied to the movement of the body. As muscle contains such a high percentage of water, muscle is denser than fat, and so muscle sinks in water. This can be used to help determine body fat, as lean muscle is likely to be retained when a person exercises, and body fat is likely to be reduced. It's time to level up your skincare product expertise. Are you confident explaining vitamins A, C, and E to your clients? Stop guessing. Get the Essential Guide by Greg Risha. Understanding Vitamins in Skincare is available now at aestheticsmagazine.com.